Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great week so far. Welcome back to the channel, a channel where I make short videos for my athletes to kind of give them some motivation, some tips towards bodybuilding. The one thing that I thought I would share with you guys tonight, or something maybe to consider every time you train. So I was reminded, or not I was reminded, I get reminded every now and again whenever I train with my athletes, and I think they are also reminded when they train with me, for you to really change your body, change the composition of it. It's almost like you change the composition of your character and personality by becoming an athlete. You get tested, you have certain things you have to overcome, you have to learn to work with people, to work against people. Being an athlete, all these various types of things will change you as an individual. I think that sometimes when, I have friends of all walks of life, and my athletes have a certain mindset around things, and I want to say my normal friends have another outlook around things. It's almost like things that I would never discuss with athletes become a topic that's almost like a starting block for anybody kind of venturing into maybe it's just self-discovery. It's just we find out who we are if we are tested. There's a good saying that I'm remembering: the more we learn about the world, the more we learn about ourselves. Or I think the quote actually is, all knowledge is self-knowledge in essence, just meaning the more you learn. And I've also realized that the more I understand myself, the better it is for me to understand others. So when I train with my athletes and I see them not, what would the word be, going that extra 2, 3, 4%. And if I'm saying, it doesn't mean that the intensity should be better. It's that they will not even reach the intensity that I want them to be at ever. If I'm not there this breaks my heart. Every now and again, I tell my athlete, if I see them, standing still a little bit in off seasons and stuff, I said, come to me so we can train. I just want to see what you're doing. And then they're with me, and then it's 1 or 2 sets in, and they immediately realize that I'm doing something else. It's again, when I watch athletes, I'm going to use 2 examples. I think that would maybe bring this through. Of course, I'm a stickler for form, but it's people could try to in their perception of their training, think that they have correct form. But let me tell you that sometimes we think the better we get, and I'm always say like the ego gets in the way, because we think we get really good at something, and then we start to autopilot through it. It's almost like, I know how to do bicep curls now. I'm going to autopilot through these 12 reps, because my real focus is on getting to that 15 or 17 or whatever kilogram that I really need to get to, or getting my arms pumped or whatever, right? I don't know where the mind would be, not focused on the workout and really, for example, stretching out to that last. In other words, not stopping where it becomes uncomfortable, but really trying to focus that. And let me tell you, it's a 2%, it's a 1%. It's such a small difference in training that makes such a big impact. There's a quote I always remember, and I say, it's like the devil is in the details. And it's only tonight that I actually looked up that where does that come from? And the idea is just that the thing that could be holding you back is something very, very small that you're overlooking, that at the end of the day is going to hold you back. It's going to make sure that you don't reach your results. It's going to get to the point that you get frustrated, and some people would quit. I think, and it's a German quote, and we all know how they are with making engines and stuff. So maybe that's, a little bit of searching throughout the details to find the things that would make an engine better, if that makes any sense. I have the similar approach with bodybuilding. If there's something not working, I'm constantly looking at a way to perfect or to fine tune it. And my athletes, they're the same. And sometimes they drive me crazy, because I'm looking for a certain result. And sometimes athletes would do things that just holds us back. And as I say, the devil is in the details. There's something small they're overlooking that they're not sharing with me. And of course, for them to know what that is almost impossible, because sometimes it would have taken me a long time to realize something like that if I was doing it, for example. So it'd be very difficult for an athlete to tell me, oh yeah, this is the one thing I'm doing wrong. Let's go, let's fix it. I wish it was that easy, I guess, but that's kind of why I'm kind of asking questions, talking to athletes, and telling them to talk to me every day. If you're an athlete of mine, you're welcome to talk to me every day. I think it's a perception sometimes my athletes are sometimes scared of me to talk to me, but do share where you're at. I'm always keen to listen. I'm always keen to help. But that's the one thing I thought that I would share with you guys. If we're going to go into your training sessions, think about that 1 or 2% in every rep. Because if you hit that difficult, that last little bit that everybody leaves in the bowl, that last little bit that's difficult to get, imagine hitting that not just once or twice throughout a set, but doing that every rep. Then you're not going to get 12 reps. You're going to start failing at 7, 8, and 9 reps. Then you're going to understand what this failing word is. It's not just you getting out of breath or you being tired. It's actually your muscles failing. That's one feeling I really love, is that like stiffness of the muscles that I get the day after. And I still get that after 15 years of lifting weights. So it's not going to get better. It's always painful. It's something to look forward to. Have a great night, guys. See you tomorrow.